Hello, this is a pitch video for the game Lobster Boxing, designed by Jonathan Gilmour, Travis Madrim, and Jim Schott. The goal of the game is to get the most sand dollars, which is the rewards that you'll gain for boxing. And lobster boxing is the ancient underwater sport of kings, which you'll learn more about here. So, in lobster boxing, you will have rounds of last lobster standing boxing matches, as is the tradition. Each lobster boxes with two different gloves, one assigned to their right claw, one assigned to their left claw. And as the laws of lobster boxing dictate, lobsters will punch to their left and to their right. So this is a dice rolling, dice allocation game with a little bit of take that and asymmetric player powers. So each player has a lobster, which they'll be for the entire game. That's their lobster boxer. For example, I am Connor McCrabber, and I have the special ability that I flavor the right side. Each round, I may change one of my right glove's dice to be the same result as the left glove dice. Every lobster has different powers, though. We can discuss them as needed. Each round, you'll fight at a different arena. For this round, we're at the Butter Bowl, which has a slippery ring. When one of our gloves does no damage to an opponent, we lose 1 health. So we don't want to miss and slip and fall and hurt ourselves. Each player has 4 blue dice and 4 red dice, as well as they start a round with 2 right gloves and 2 left claw gloves. We'll each secretly choose 2 of our gloves face down and then assign them to our lobster. Ideally, the art would extend from the lobster and show the different gloves. In this round, I've drafted the steamer in the iron claw. Travis has an iron claw.
Blueberry boppers.
Yep. This player has the oven mitts and sponsored gloves. Over here we have claws unsheathed and rubber bands. Each glove has a different power. My iron claw automatically will block 1 damage as long as I activate this special ability. And the steamer, if the opponent does exactly 1 damage to me, I get 2 sand dollars, which are victory points in this game. The health is tracked by assigning 6 sand dollars to each of the boxers. And as you damage other players, you will take away their sand dollars and put them into your pool. There are also rewards for being the last lobster standing. Any remaining hit points that you have at the end of the round as the last lobster, you'll gain that many coins in addition from the supply. So if I have 3 coins at the end, I would take 3 from the supply, add them to that, and then add them to my personal stash. Traditionally, lobster boxing is 3 rounds long. It plays in about 15 to 20 minutes, maybe half an hour with a higher player count, but because of the simultaneous actions of the game, we all draw at the same time. Play is relatively quick and fun. So, the way that the gameplay works is that after we've drafted our gloves and chosen which ones to assign out of our 4, and it always has to be 1 left and 1 right, we're going to take our 8 dice, and we're all going to, at the same time, secretly choose how to allocate our dice. So we have 4 red dice, 4 blue dice. I'm choosing to put 3 of my blue and 2 of my red in this hand, and 1 blue and 2 red in this hand. Now, the consideration here is that each glove has similar stats, but they're different on some of them. The red dice on both of my gloves, on a 1, 2, or 3, are worth 1 hit. On a 4 or 5 are worth 2 hits, and on a 6 are worth 3 hits. Now, I can only assign 1 red die to each glove. So by putting 2 on this side, if I was to put like all 3 on this side, for example, or over here, I would be trying to increase my odds of getting a 6. But even if I rolled 3 6s, I wouldn't be able to assign all of them. But I know that this opponent is my bigger threat right now, and I want to try to defend, which is the blue dice, against this opponent while I'm hold off this opponent while I'm attacking this one. In addition, you can spend 1 of your blue dice on each glove to activate the special ability. So for example, if I can assign a 1, 2, or 3 over here, I can block an additional damage. So a 4, 5, or 6 on this glove will block 1 damage, and a 1, 2, and 3 will let me block an additional damage. So I have a good chance of defending whatever this opponent can throw at me. So the traditional thing to do is once everybody has assigned their dice, we all simultaneously yell, Lobster Boxing! And you slam down your dice, and you can reveal, because it doesn't really matter. But like lobsters, we bought all blocks at the same time. So I can then assign my dice, and we'll all assign them at the same time. I do have a special, but because I just have a 1 and a 2 here, I cannot do that block, but I got my special one. Over here, I have a 4 for my hitting, and I have a 4 for blocking, but I did not activate my special over here. But because I flavor the right side, every round I may change one of my right glove's dice to be the same result as the left glove dice. So I am going to use that ability to flip this to a 4 and change that to 2 hits instead of 1. The extra dice can just go off to the side for right now. And the way that resolution works is that everybody will take one of their gloves and attach the opponent to their right, which they will use their left-hand glove to defend. You just match the gloves up like this, and you can look at the results. So, if this lobster had blocked, like this for example, I am doing 2 damage with this glove, but he is blocking 1 of it, so I will get 1 of his sand dollars. Then we can look at special abilities. He rolled a 5, so I'm going to get hit for 2 damage. I did not block here, but I did activate my special ability to block 1 of them, so then they would get 1 of my coins. Now, on this hand, she rolled a 5, and I blocked 1, so 2 damage to 1. She gets 1. And then I blocked a 4 for 2 hits. They blocked 1, and neither of us activated our special ability. So resolution is very quick. In this round, I got knocked down 2, so I'm probably only going to last another round or 2. There are some things that do additional damage, but really it's all about the dice allocation and the quick resolution. We would play 3 rounds, and then whoever has the most sand dollars banked up wins. And that is an overview of Lobster Boxing. Everybody would resolve their combat, and we would go to the next round, or we'd continue to fight until there's only 1 lobster standing. If you have any questions, please contact us, and we'll be happy to answer them. Thank you very much.